Hey guys, I'm gonna wait for just a few more people to hop in. We are live right now. So if you are watching this live, say hey and let me know what city and state you are watching this from. So we're going to get started in about 1 minute. I'm a little tardy because we had a little tech, so I'm about 5 minutes late. So let's give it 1 minute until we get some people hopping on. But let me know, where are you guys viewing from? How is your week going? I hope everything is going well. I hope your family is in good health and good spirits. We over here at the Krista Palace, we are doing well. The kiddos are doing well. Working from home with the kids is definitely interesting. Homeschooling is definitely interesting. So I've been working out just how to balance like work and actually homeschooling my kids, making sure that they just aren't on their tablets all day, that they're actually reading, doing some work, studying. So it's definitely been a transition. Okay, so now I'm starting to see some people coming in. So we got Shayna, Shamika, Sydney, Takia, Lois, Fatima. Hey guys, I see some OGs on the line. Some of my ride or dies are hanging in there. Hey guys. Shayna says from Detroit. Hey, hey. Hey, neighbor. Takia is like, hey, Krista. Sydney is from Kissimmee, Florida. Super jealous because I'm sure you guys got really good weather out there today. Here in the greater Detroit area, we had like snow flurries. I'm like, what is going on with this weather? I'm really ready for summer right now. I think this pandemic I have like a strong urge just to be out in Mother Nature. Is anybody else feeling like that? Like I just want to be on my bike or taking a walk, which is good, right? But I've never had this much of a strong urge just to get out and be just breathing some fresh air, right? Hopefully it's not corona air. Just kidding, just kidding. All right, so you guys are saying Shamika is from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hey, but you live in Newark. Is that Delaware? Awesome. Cassandra is in Clinton Township. Okay, so we have our Metro Detroit people on the line tonight. New Jersey is in the building. Oh, Takia, I used to stay in Lyndhurst, New Jersey. I love Jersey. Cassandra is like, yes, I'm feeling the same way. Need to get out and run. Yes. Like, guys, a little secret. I've gained like 8 pounds being quarantined. I need to start working out. I mean, because it's gonna be summertime and we gotta be right for the summer. We gotta be right. So this quarantine is messing up my swag. Keisha says Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Okay. Tawana, South Carolina. Guard app is Naples, Florida. Tawana. Hey, Tawana. Hey, guys. All right, cool. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I just wanted to get everybody in, get comfortable. I hope you got your notebook, right, with a pen to take some notes. I have my tea here. Belleville, Illinois. Beautiful. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with today's free training. I really kind of want to walk you through on how I was personally able to, flip or invest my $6,000 and actually turn that into a multi-million-dollar business. And honestly, I would tell this story until the wee mornings because it's a lot of limiting beliefs that I had to overcome. It's a lot of heartbreak and pain that I had to go through. So I really just want to be super transparent with you guys today. I know a lot of us are, really in a season of transition right now. Some of you may be laid off from your job. Some of you may be in fear of the economy or what's going to happen. We are really living in some uncertain times. And so what I wanted to do is really just walk you through my personal journey, be as transparent as possible with you guys so you can go out and be successful and live the life of your dreams. Okay. So what I'm going to do is share my screen and we're going to get started. So I won't be able to look at the chat on YouTube, but when I get down to the Q&A, I'll scroll back up. So as you are having questions about this training, feel free to type it in the chat. And then after the training, or maybe periodically throughout this training, I'll go ahead and I'll check the chat to see, if, what you guys are saying. Okay. Takia is like, uh-oh, you still look amazing. Yeah, Takia, 8 pounds, right? Don't tell nobody. Don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. All right. So what I'm going to do is share my screen for you guys so you can see my presentation. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to exit me out. So today's presentation is how I turned $6,000 into $1 million business. Now, this is for my tax professionals, my bookkeepers, accountants, CPAs. If you guys are new to me, my name is Krista Tyus, EA, and I teach tax professionals, bookkeepers, accountants, and CPAs on how to get clients consistently and grow a multi-six-figure firm. So right now, I really kind of want to walk you through the nuances because right now we are in a state of growth. And this what I posted this on Facebook and Instagram just a few days ago, that 2020 is now the year of creation, right? So there are going to be a lot of businesses and individuals that are going to be in creation mode, which means that they're going to be systematically thinking about problems and policies and pains that they can solve for people all around the world that this pandemic has caused us. Okay. Now, let's be clear. This is not the first time that our economy has, shifted into a downturn or that, we've experienced this type of magnitude. We've had the Spanish flu, we've had other pandemic or other outbreaks such as H1N1. Yes, this one definitely has unique characteristics. The economy is definitely in a unique standpoint. But we all know that this is only temporary, right? This is a temporary problem that we are all dealing with. But during this temporary problem, there are a lot of people right now with cash that are going to take the cash that they have and multiply it to next. And so what I want to do is I want to show you how you can take any cash that you have, any cash that you're going to come into, and how you can systematically multiply that to get a huge, massive return on investment. Okay. So let's get through this. So the very first thing that I want to do is just give you the overview of what we're going to cover and how this is going to go. So one, I'm going to walk through on how I turned $6,000 investment into $1 million. I'm going to show you, if you want support, how I can help you do the exact same. And then at the end of this training, we're going to have a live Q&A. I love these Q&As because literally tonight I am taking off, any bars or any barriers. And I'm going to be 100% transparent as always. And literally, you can ask me anything at the end of this training or throughout this training. Just go ahead and type it in the chat for me. Okay. So first, let's start with the story. You guys need to understand where I truly come from, my unique background, and how I know a lot of you, my story is going to resonate with you. A lot of you are going to hear this story and you're going to be able to take what you've learned today and actually apply it to your life, be more confident, and know step by step what you need to do in order to get to your big goals, your end result. Okay. So let's talk about the problem that I was in just a few short years ago. The problem was I didn't know how to get clients consistently, right? I didn't know how to really grow my business. I grew my tax and accounting and bookkeeping business to six figures, my enrolled agent firm. I grew that, but I grew that with a lot of hustle and grit. Okay, so if you guys seen any other past training programs or any training videos that I've done, I've done every door direct mail, I've done billboards, I've had radio ads, television commercials, I was door knocking, cold calling, networking, and I was still on a struggle bus, right? It was like I was making money, but I really didn't know what was making me money. And I really didn't know how to double down on what was working because I wasn't even tracking it, right? I was just doing all the things. I was Googling, trying to figure out, how do I grow my business? How do I get more leads? How do I get more sales? How do I close more clients? And I spent to the wee mornings Googling this stuff, right? Pulling up all of the blog posts, taking notes. I literally, to this day, I have probably about 30 plus notebooks filled front and back of just notes and ideas that I was taking during this time of. And what I'm going to say with this time was, this was a time of growth for me, right? Because I was trying to figure out, I understood I had a problem, right? My problem was, Krista, you don't have consistent cash coming in. right? Because tax season was tax season. You guys know when you are in tax season, you get this one lump sum of money within a short period of time. So I was making anywhere between $75,000 and $100,000 between January and April 30th. Okay. And I still was broke because one, I didn't know how to manage my money. Two, I was outsourcing a lot of tax preparation, bookkeeping to contractors that I was paying because I was trying to become this true CEO, right? But I wasn't paying them appropriately. I was paying them way too much money. And I ran into all of these little bitty problems that was just eating up my cash. Now, the problem was, with tax season money, that's only temporary as far as it's seasonal, right? It's annual income that you bring in. After about April, May, I was give it the latest June. I was short on cash. And so from June to December of every year, I was on the struggle bus. I'm like, man, I done spent all my money trying to catch up, play catch up, right? Because from June to December of every year, I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I was trying to live off this little bit of money. I was trying to hustle up some bookkeeping clients. I was trying to bring in additional revenue. But again, I really didn't know how, right? I didn't know what the best way was. So Google was my best friend, right? But I was still in a struggle bus with Google. Then I went into reading books, right? So some of you probably have heard of the 10X book by Grant Cardone. Some of you may have heard of Fanatical Prospecting, but I think his name is Jeb Blunt or something like that. Sorry if I messed that up, Jeb. But these are books on sales and mindset and having the confidence and door knocking and always be closing. And so I would sit on the side of my bed reading these books, feeling disgusted. I'm like, I don't want to sell like that. I don't want to door knock. I don't want to cold call. But it was like that was what everything and everyone was promoting during that time was this is how you hustle. This is how you get sales. You get in people's face. You tell them and you shove your product or service at them. And for me, that did not resonate with who I was and how I wanted to grow my business, but I did it, right? I mustered up the energy to get in my car and just randomly door knock businesses within my area, asking them if they needed a bookkeeper, right? I'm like, do you do your own bookkeeping? And they're like, yes, we do our own bookkeeping. I'm like, okay, here's a flyer. Call me if you need me. And I will leave out. Then I would go to the next business. Do you need a bookkeeper? No, they'll say their sister, their cousin, their daughter, someone does the bookkeeping, right? And I would be like, okay, here's my flyer. Call me if things change. And I was so distraught and so disgusted doing this. I'm like, it's got to be a better way. It just has to be a better way to get clients. This cannot be life right now. Right. So then I found webinars and YouTube videos. I started finding these gurus online. And so I would binge their YouTube videos, like taking copious notes. Like we in here, we taking notes, step-by-step strategies. I would go on the webinars, take these notes. And then when I looked at my notes, I was like, I'm missing something. Like, this is not the entire playbook. Like, they gave me the what and the why, but I still don't really know how, right? I would get off these YouTube videos, these webinars, and I would be inspired. And there were some nuggets in there, right? I'm not going to lie. There was definitely some nuggets, but I didn't have the complete story. I didn't have the complete puzzle that was actually going to guide me systematically to the goals that I wanted to achieve, right? Then I stepped it up a notch. I went to small informational courses. I said, okay, from these webinars that I was finding and these YouTube gurus that I was finding, most of them offered some sort of course, right? Some little $47 course, $97, $997, $1997. And I bought a few of those courses, but they were just do-it-yourselfers, right? They were just programs that you that you got into, excuse me, and you didn't have like much support. So they were just videos that you would watch and then I don't know why my throat is dry. I do not have the Rona, guys. My throat just got dry just now. But these small informational courses were just that. They were just information. And I really didn't feel like it was perfect, right? Perfect information. Every course that I would buy, I would again get a few nuggets from there. And then that was it. I would be like still lost and confused. So I did this I did Google, reading books, webinars, YouTube videos, small information courses for about a year of my life on the struggle bus. Broke. I could barely afford half of my rent, which was $400, and the other 400 was paid by my roommate. Right? I could barely afford that per month because I wasn't generating any revenue. I'm like, I'm doing all of the things, but nothing was really popping off for me. I wasn't getting clients consistently. So then I ran into the breaking point. And some of you might be at this point right now where you're like, listen, enough is enough. I don't have an ABC. I don't have a 1, 2, 3. And what that means is you are desiring somebody to give you the exact steps. Like, just lay it out for me. I don't have time to go on Google. I don't have time to read 100 books. I don't have time to watch all the webinars. All I want right now is do this step one, do this step two, do this step three, and then bam, I get a result. That's what I was craving. I'm like, why I can't find the ABC 1, 2, 3 right now? Why can't I just get perfect information where everything is exactly how it's ordered and all I have to do is show up and do the work? That's what I wanted. Right. So when I got into these little courses and these little trainings or reading these little books, another big problem was there was no accountability. Right. So how many of us have been there where once you kind of know what you have to do, you kind of have a good idea of what you have to do, you still don't do it, right? We are human, right? We face resistance because we want to be safe, right? We don't want to fail at the end of the day. And sometimes we're afraid of our own success. If you really sit there and think about it, we're afraid that if we do this, that we're actually going to have to show up and provide the service or the product that we're striving to sell. So I didn't have any accountability. I didn't have anybody checking in on me saying, hey, Krista, what did you do? Hey, Krista, did you get this done? Hey, Krista, why not? Right. And I, as like a type A personality, I'm not any stranger to going out and getting stuff done. But sometimes, guys, sometimes it feels really good to just have somebody to have your back, right? Somebody that's just able to push you during the times where you start to feel weak mentally, right? Spiritually or emotionally, you just start to lack the confidence. It's so powerful to have accountability. And I didn't have that at the time. I didn't know anybody personally who wanted to make $1 million. Right. I didn't know anybody personally who was making 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 per month. I didn't know anybody personally who I can turn to who would even act as an accountability partner and would even believe what I was tracking to, right? Because most of my family, most of my close friends, they thought I was crazy. Right. They thought I was crazy from day one of quitting my 9 to 5 job. When I was working at Chase Bank, they were like, oh my God, you're going to leave this salaried position. You're going to leave healthcare benefits, childcare benefits for entrepreneurship where you don't know how you're going to do. You don't have a proven system or a process. You don't have any clients, most importantly. Like, my family thought I was insane. And if I'm honest, I thought I was insane too. I'm like, what are you doing right now? Like, why? Right. But I knew entrepreneurship was my calling. The third thing is I didn't have community. So again, when you have family and friends who don't see the greater vision, who don't have higher aspirations, it is super hard to stay motivated. It's super easy to become complacent, right? Because once you get to a certain level of success, especially if that level of success is greater than most people that you know, even if that level of success isn't even all that, you get into a level of complacency because you're like, well, I'm doing better than most people I know, right? I'm doing better than most of my family, most of my friends. And if you don't have the community of people that are striving for those big goals, striving to be more than what they are, striving to have greater impact, you will get complacent. This is what I found myself doing. I found myself contracting and becoming complacent. Like, oh, I stay in one of the best neighborhoods. My family doesn't. Or, oh, I'm able to drive a Mercedes. Most of my family can't afford a luxury vehicle like that. And so once you kind of realize that you're creeping up to a certain level and you pass some people, then you're like, what else? Like, I kind of made it, right? Even though you really didn't make it. Like, I was still broke, right? Driving my little Mercedes Benz. I was still on the struggle bus. But in my mind, I'm like, this is good. This is good. So the key here, guys, is I didn't have this perfect information. I didn't have the accountability that I needed. And I didn't have community of people that pushed and that inspired me to be and do better. And so what I really felt, guys, if I'm really honest with you, I felt alone. I felt super alone. I was like, I don't have anybody to relate to at this point. And so I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. How many of you right now on the line, how many of you have a grandmother that has said that? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like my grandmother has said that many a times growing up, right? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And this was my breaking point. I'm like, Krista, you tried everything. Yes, you got some success. You grew a six-figure business, but you're still on a struggle bus. Yes, you got some clients, but you didn't like how you were getting those clients. You didn't like the fact that you had to, bust your butt every single day just to talk to people, right? Just to get your name out in front of people. And they still said no. They still rejected you. That didn't feel good for me. And I knew I was craving a different way on how to grow my business, how to get more clients. And like my grandmother has always said, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, guys, this was my breaking point. So, if you're right here, right now, I want you to know it's going to be okay. It's definitely going to be okay. So I knew I needed to change. So here's what I did. I asked myself, who is making the type of money and building the type of business I'd want? Right? Now, with today's internet, you can right now search and find people who is making the type of money, who's building the type of business that you desire to have and do. So that's what I did. I searched online, I watched more webinars, I geeked out on all the YouTube videos, and I finally found the perfect person. I was like, oh man, this person is great. They're so genuine. They really know their stuff. Man, they giving so much value for free. Like, I was just like in love. I was just like, yes, like I found my person. And they had a program that fit my needs. It was a person who I saw was making buku money online, right? Coaching, consulting. And they had a process and they had case studies, they had testimonials, they had results, right? And I'm like, yes, this is the person that I want to coach me. This is what I need. I felt it in my spirit. I resonated with that person, right? I didn't even know that person, but I was building up an affinity for that person, a love for that person, because I'm like, oh my God, this person is giving so much great content online. They're really trying to help people. And if this is what their free content feels and looks like, I can only imagine what their paid content is, right? And so I was excited. I was like, this is the person that's going to help me change my life, that's going to give me and help me get to the level that I desire, get to the goals that I've been striving for. So when I checked this person out, I looked at their program. I was like, okay, what's this program about? And the program was the perfect mix, guys, right? It was a perfect mix. So here's what it was. Okay. It had detailed training videos with a proven framework. So as soon as I enrolled in this program, it had ABC 1, 2, 3, exactly what I was feeling. When I was saying I needed ABC 1, 2, 3, guys, I needed ABC 1, 2, 3. And this program had exactly that. They had step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. Get a result. Start to the next one. Step 1, do this, right? And I craved that. I knew I needed that to build the confidence and clarity that I really wanted to help push me to my goals. It also came with a support community where I can meet people who are also on the same journey as I, which was building a multi-million dollar business, right? It's hard to find these types of people, right? It's hard to even be in the same group with people that want to strive to make millions of dollars a year, to help millions of people in the process. So the fact that this program, this person that I found had that support community where I can post any daily questions about what I was going through right now and get support from not only the coach, the person that I was learning from, but also from hundreds of other really smart people, really ambitious people, right? I was able to be inspired because these people were posting that they were making $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 per month in this program using these strategies that I learned in this program, right? And it was a place for me to inspire others, right? So I was getting inspired. But then when I started to have results, I started to inspire others as well. And it came with weekly coaching calls to get support. So the ability to hop on the call, such as this, like a video call, and to actually speak to someone to say, hey, here's my problems. Here's what I'm going through. Here's how this client is behaving, or here's what I'm thinking about pricing. And to actually have an expert who's already done what you're trying to do course correct you, give you direct feedback was so invaluable to me. Right. And the program promise was clear. This program, this person that I found said, hey, I'm going to teach you how to grow a $100,000 per month business doing what I do. Right. And I'm like, yes, this is what I need. But I ran into a problem, guys. So here's where things got really real for me. Okay. The program was $6,000 to join. I've never had paid that much money for coaching and consulting in my life. In fact, I did not have $6,000 to join. And I had just started making some money and I had only just made $5,000. I had just started making some little bit of money, right? So all of the free strategies that I was learning and all of the YouTube videos, the webinars, like I was able to piece some stuff together. I was able to band-aid some stuff together and to make a little bit of money, which was great. But in 1 month, this program was asking to join more than what I had made in 1 month. And so I started thinking like, oh my God, this is a lot of money. Like $6,000, like, whew, like I couldn't even conceive it. I'm like, what is that? Right. And I started to doubt. I was like, is this really going to work for me? Is this really possible? How long before am I going to be able to see results? And what if it doesn't work, right? What if I pay $6,000 and I go broke? What if I pay $6,000 and nothing happens? And these were legitimate thoughts that were running through my brain. This was a legitimate fear that I had. Okay. And so here's what happened, because I want to give you a little bit more context on why I was deathly afraid to invest $6,000. So I already told you before joining the program, I had just made my first $5,000 throwing some stuff together, right? I was winging it literally. And I was still playing catch up, guys. Mind you, I was broke prior leading up to that first $5,000 month, that first $5,000 in a month. And I was robbing Peter to pay Paul. I had literally called off my engagement. So I was engaged to my then fiance. I moved out of his house and I moved into my aunt's basement with my 2 children. It was an unfinished basement, by the way. So it wasn't even a nice basement. Okay. It was an unfinished basement. I remember very vividly being asleep. And when someone flushes a toilet from the top floor, you could hear the water flowing through all the pipes through the basement. And that would happen consistently because it was like several of the people that stayed in that house. And it was just a mess. It was just like I couldn't get sleep. I was cold. I was afraid of spiders. I'm like, why am I in the basement as a grown woman with 2 kids? Why? Why? Okay. I had little to no income. And right when I had moved into my aunt's basement, my car broke down. Not only did it break down and I had no money, right? My grandmother had to give me $200 just to help me out. Okay. Shout out to grandma. Okay. Which I paid back, by the way, with interest. Thank you, Granny. My car broke down. Then it broke down again. Then guess what, guys? It broke down again, all within 30 days. It was like the mechanic that I went to fixed one thing and he didn't look at the entire thing. And it was another thing that needed to be fixed. And then once the other thing got fixed, it was another thing. So by the third time, I was just like, I'm not going to go to that mechanic anymore. I'm going to take it to a different mechanic. And that mechanic fixed everything. And it was several $100s for them to actually completely fix what was wrong with it. Right. And mind you, this is a foreign car. This is a Mercedes and it was not cheap. just for the parts. The parts were the most, right? The labor, not so much. Or actually, was it the other way around? You guys can type in the chat, and let me know, but it was expensive either way, right? And all of this was happening back to back. Like, how many people have been through that where you go through one bad thing and there's just like every other thing after that is just bad, right? Every other thing after that, your tire blows, is your car breaks down, you can't pay your rent, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, and it seems like everything at once is just stacking up against you. And I remember having to laugh, and my family probably thought I was a crazy lady, because I'm like, all of this bad stuff right now in my mind and my spirit and my heart, I just knew that my breakthrough was coming. I felt it in my spirit. I was like, you know what? God wouldn't put me through all of this for nothing. And I felt that. I'm like, God would not put me through all of this, or not even God. I wouldn't go through all of this for nothing, right? I knew that it was a bigger outcome coming. I knew this was the storm before the quiet, right? If I'm saying that right. But this was just a precursor to what was going to transpire. And I knew it. I was just like, Krista, stay patient. Krista, do everything that you can do right now with what you have to make your situation better. And that's when I just started hustling. I started having a vigor about myself. I would wake up early and go to sleep late at night. I wouldn't go to sleep till 2, 3, 4 in the morning because I refused to stay in that position. I had refused to stay in my aunt's basement as a grown woman with 2 kids. I refused to have to take money from my aunt. She would give me $50 here, $75 there, just to kind of help me with gas money. And I was in such a low state in my life, vibrationally, emotionally, spiritually. Like, I was vibrating so low. And I'm like, Krista, this is not going to last. This is temporary. Just like this pandemic, you guys may have experienced this pandemic. And then after the pandemic, you probably got laid off. And then after you got laid off, you probably couldn't pay your rent. And then after you couldn't pay your rent, now you can't pay your car note. So I get it, guys. I've been there firsthand, where everything back to back was just stacked up against me. Everything back to back, right? So here's what I knew. I was like, Krista, you've been doing this your entire 20s. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 23 years old when I quit my corporate job. And from 23 to 29, I was on the struggle bus. So I was like, okay, darling, you got to do something different. You can't keep doing the same things and expecting a different result. It's time for you to learn a new skill and actually get the playbook to success, right? Learn a new skill and get the playbook to success, because obviously there's a playbook out there, right? So how are all these other people making money? How are all these other people becoming successful, doing the things that I want to do? They had to learn it from somewhere. Nobody just is innate with this knowledge, right, guys? Nobody. So here's what happened. I hopped on a phone call with this coach, and here's how this call went. I knew this program was for me. I knew it in my heart. I was like, this person is going to teach me exactly what I need to know in order to reach my goals. My goals were 2 things. 1, to help a lot of people, and 2, to be paid in the process, right? I just wanted to help people and be compensated for it at the end of the day, right? That thrilled me. So I was like, how can I do that? So here's how my call went. The coach was like, hey, what problem do you have? I said, I don't know how to get clients consistently and scale to $100,000 per month. Here's the coach. Awesome. This is what this program would teach you. Let's get you started ASAP. It's $6,000 to join. How do you want to pay? Now, when I heard that $6,000, and guys, I'm condensing down the call for you. I don't want to give you play by play, but this is the condensed version of the call. When they told me it was $6,000, my response was, okay, $6,000, $6,000. Okay. And then I was like, do I have to pay this all right now? I just started making some money. I just had my first $5,000 month this month, so I'm really still tight on cash. So the coach was like, okay, we can split it up for you. 3 monthly payments of $2,000. When they said that, I'm like, 3 monthly payments of $2,000. I was like, holy smokes. That was more than what I was paying for a 3-bedroom home in a very nice neighborhood, right? The 3-bedroom home was $1,400 per month, and that wasn't including utilities. So I'm like, wow, this is and I struggled to pay that rent, right? So immediately when I heard $2,000 for 3 months, $2,000 a month for 3 months, I was like, wow, like that's steep. That is really steep. But again, I was like, Krista, I know this is going to work for you. So I was like, listen, I don't have $2,000 right now, but I can get it. Right. The coach was like, okay, cool. Let's lock your spot in with the $500 deposit. So I had the $500. I was like, okay, cool. I paid the $500 over the phone, and they were like, let us know when you get the rest. Right. And we can get started. So I get off the phone call, like lit up. I'm like, oh, just gave them $500. I got to come up with the extra 1,500. And I was sitting there like, Krista, you have to come up with $1,500 ASAP. And I started to think of all the options I could come up with the cash. I'm like, listen, you just not starting to make money, and you were winging that to get that 5 grand. And I had to use that money to pay back my debt, pay back my granny, pay back my aunt, get right with everything, get some of my bills caught up, right? So that money, that $5,000 went fast after being broke for a few months, right? So now I'm here, I'm trying to think, how in the world am I going to get $1,500 ASAP? So I started to think of all the options I can come up with the cash. I was like, Krista, I can borrow the money from a few different people because, quite frankly, I didn't know anyone who had that type of cash all at once to lend out. Right? I didn't know anybody who just had $1,500 to loan me. Right? I said, okay, I can try and get a credit card. I remember being in my car just sitting there, like, how I'm going to get this money, how I'm going to get this money. My daughter, who was like 9 or so at the time, she was like, Mommy, you can get a loan from the bank, right? Bless her heart. I was like, you know what, baby, you right. I can try to get a loan from the bank. So I'm thinking how I'm going to do that. I can sell something. I said, but what, Krista? You don't have any assets. You're staying in the basement. All I had was my car. And honestly, I couldn't afford to sell my car because I still had to take my children back and forth from school. So, guys, at the end of the day, I felt stuck. I'm like, I need $1,500. On top of that, I need to pay an additional 4 grand just to get into a position where I'm getting the perfect process to reach all of my goals. And I honestly felt stuck. I'm like, Krista, like, what are you going to do? How are you going to figure this out? And so here's what happened. It was the most painful 2 weeks of my life trying to scrape together the remainder of that first month's payment, the remainder of that $1,500. Because every day and every night, I would listen to this coach's free content on YouTube. I would just binge watch all the content, just trying to pick up some more nuggets, right? Just trying to like see if they would say something else that I can like implement, right? To help me come up with the $1,500 sooner. And I just felt like this yearning. I'm like, man, I know this program is going to help me. I know it's going to give me the perfect information. I know it's going to give me the tools, the resources, the support to get to my goals. Like I felt it in my gut and I resonated with this person. I'm like, this person is genuine. You know how you can feel somebody's spirit? Like I felt this person's spirit. I'm like, I know they're genuine. I know they're getting results. I know they're out here helping people. And I know if I had this information, I can do the exact same thing. Okay. So 2 weeks came, guys. I paid the remainder of the $1,500. Guys, I scraped that money together. I don't even remember what the heck I did, but I scraped that $1,500 together and it was on. So as soon as I completed that first payment of $2,000, I had got immediate access to the program, community, and coaching calls. And I literally would spend all day, all night going through the training videos and taking action on what was taught. Because here's what I told myself. I was like, Krista, there's no way that you can afford to pay $2,000 a month without making some money immediately. I knew I had to take whatever was in this program and start implementing it immediately because I needed to make my money back. That $1,500 was a long stretch for me. Like that $1,500 meant a lot for me at that time. And I just couldn't afford to let it go to waste. I couldn't. And so I will participate on all the coaching calls. I will make sure I got all of my questions answered, all of my concerns answered. I would actually scroll through their private Facebook group and just looking at other people's results. People were posting that they were making 20K, 50K, $100,000 per month. So I was getting fired up. I'm like, this is so great. This is amazing. Like, all these people are getting these results. I know if they can do it, I can do it too. Right. So I started to immediately implement. So here's what happened. Before joining, I told you I had made $5,000 in revenue. Within 1 week of joining, I made $6,000. Now, you see how God works, guys? How is it that in 7 days after joining this program, I made the exact same amount of the cost of the program? It was $6,000 to join this program, but I only paid two to start because I was on a payment plan. Thank God that they had that. But I made $6,000 the first week, and it was the exact amount of the program, right? So I knew that that was just evidence, right? How many of you guys look for evidence that you're on the right track? How many of you guys look through your day and you realize that there are little messages being presented to you that are letting you know that you are on the right track? And I took this as evidence that I made the right decision, that I was on the right track, because I made my money back and I didn't even spend the entire $6,000. I made 6 grand using the strategies that I had learned in that program. Now, one of the biggest things that I received from joining that program was I had more confidence because I was clear on who it is I wanted to become, who it is I wanted to serve, what type of clients I wanted to work with. I had clarity on all aspects of my life, health, wealth, and love. And so I felt empowered, right? After paying that money, it was just like nothing can stop me, nothing can stand in my way. And that's how I was able to immediately make $6,000 because I believed in myself after that. For some odd reason, paying that money made me believe in myself, right? Because it was like I was actually putting my money where my mouth is. People were, I would tell people all the time on how much I wanted to become a millionaire, on how I wanted to do this, that, and the third, right? And now I was actually demonstrating that I was serious about myself. I was serious about my success. So here's how the rest of that year went. And this is crazy, guys. And this is 100% real right now. I made $10,000 the following month, $15,000, $18,000, $21,000 in a month, $35,000 in a month, $69,000 in a month, doubled it, right? And then $88,000 in a month, right? This was a year, within that year of joining the program, I never made below $15,000 after paying that 6 grand. I never had a month where I made less than $15,000. And now, today, right now, guys, first quarter of 2020, we've made over $225,000 just from January, February, April. 3 months, we've made $225,000, still using the exact same strategies that I learned in this program, the exact same strategies that I paid $6,000 to learn. So that's a consistent average of about $75,000 per month my company is currently making right now off of this one investment, off of believing in myself, off of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, as my grandmother would say. And I knew I had to do something different, and it proved to be very fruitful. Okay. So here's what happened. I went from staying in my aunt's basement. So after I started making a little bit of money, like that second month when I made 10 grand, I moved out of my aunt's basement immediately. Okay. I cannot take it. I got a little apartment. It was a cute little 2 bedroom, 2 bath apartment that I was paying about $800 per month in. My goal, I said, Krista, take your time, right? Grow your business, settle into this, enjoy the process, enjoy your journey. So what I did during that time, I started systematically paying off all of my debt because my rent was so low. My overhead was so low, but I was making 10, 15 grand per month consistently, right? Until those numbers just started to, go off the Richter scale. Like I just started to double my income month over month. But what I did, I was strategic. I was like, pay off all your debt, pay everybody who you owe money, right? Get into a position where you're taking care of yourself, right? I started working out more. I was working out every day. I paid for a personal trainer. I paid for a personal chef. I started dropping my clothes off to have them, cleaned and then dropped off to me, right? Like I systematically up leveled my life, my standards, right? And I took my time all of 2019 just making money, paying off debt, saving money, making money, paying off debt, saving money, right? My whole year was just like, Krista, I had never been, and if I'm honest with myself, guys, I had never been in a position where I didn't have any debt, I had extra money in the bank, and I had consistent cash coming in. That was the craziest feeling to feel, like consistently money coming in 15, 20, $30,000 per month consistently, no drop offs, no dips, consistently paying my bills, right? And I would joke with, people that I know, with family, and I was like, this is the first time, this is the first year I put my bills on auto pay, right? I couldn't afford to put my bills on auto pay before, guys. If I'm honest, because I didn't know if I was going to have the money that month to pay it. Something had to be, switched around for me to actually pay that. Right. So I went from being broke, confused, I lacked direction, clarity, and confidence to now being in my dream home. I stay in a home that's worth $1 million off of the lake. Right. It's 6 bedrooms, 7 baths. I lost 20 pounds because now I'm like in the gym. I'm taking care of my body. So I gained 8 pounds since the quarantine, but that's a whole nother story. But I lost 20 pounds last year. Right. I paid off all of my debt and my student loans. Guys, I was able to save over $100,000 money in the bank. I manifested the man of my dreams, right? So, like, that's one thing that I've always struggled with. Like, I was always dedicated to my business, but when it came to my personal life, my love life, if I'm honest, guys, it's always been a little shaky, right? It's always been a little shaky, right? So now for me to actually be in a healthy relationship with a with a man who is emotionally intelligent, like it's a blessing, right? It's gratitude. I'm grateful for everything. And most importantly, guys, here's what's the most important thing is that I've been able to help hundreds of professionals, people, real people, people just like you, make $5,000 a month, make $10,000 in a month, make $20,000 in a month with proven marketing strategies, right? The same things that I do is the exact same things that I teach my clients how to do on how they can get more tax clients, bookkeeping clients, CFO clients, tax planning clients, tax resolution clients. The exact same marketing strategies that I've grown $1 million business doing are the exact same strategies that I teach you guys, right? And I've helped hundreds of people do that now. So that's how I flipped $6,000 into $1 million company, guys. And I have no doubt in my mind, because I tell people all the time, I am not special. I am not special by a long shot. I am not the smartest person. I'm not privileged. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was born middle class. I was raised in a single parent household. And on the outside, based upon society, I had a lot of things stacked against me. So again, if I can do this, I have no doubt in my mind that a lot of you right now on the line who actually believe in yourselves, who actually feel that you have been called to serve at a higher capacity, you have been called to actually make more money, build generational wealth. I have no doubt in my mind that you can do the exact same thing that I've done using the exact same strategies, right? So you have options. We all have options. We all are presented with option A or option B. So right now, guys, you can go at this alone, right? You guys are going to continue to follow my content, rock out with me. I love you guys for that. Or you can actually work with me and let me help you. Let me give you the perfect information that you need. So here are your options right now. Option one, if you are trying to get to 6 figures in your tax and accounting business, Tax and Accounting Clients on Demand 3.0 is for you. This program is going to walk you through step by step how to market your services, how to price your services, how to run your virtual tax and bookkeeping business, because all of my clients, even before the pandemic, was working from home. Everybody was working from home well before this pandemic started. So this program would teach you how to make over 100,000, over $200,000 in your tax and bookkeeping business. So if you want to grow an additional, let's just say you're already at $100,000. This program would be for you if you want to add an additional, or if you're making 20 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, this program is for you. It's going to teach you how to market your services, how to talk to people consistently, how to attract your ideal clients using social media, and most importantly, how to price, right? A lot of people get into this program and they're priced completely wrong, right? They're priced, they're charging $100 for tax preparation or $200 a month for bookkeeping. And as soon as they start working with me and I hear those prices, I'm like, we're not charging that, right? So I give you the pricing templates on how you need to charge for taxes. I give you the pricing templates on how you need to charge for bookkeeping, right? For tax resolution, for tax planning. And I give you the step-by-step strategies on how to build a long-term business. Most importantly, those same things that I value in a program, the coaching, the community, you get with this program. So you get to speak to me 2 times per week, not just once a week. Twice per week, we can actually get on the line on a video Zoom call and I can coach you. You can ask me questions directly and say, hey, Krista, I got this problem. Hey, Krista, I spoke to this client. Hey, Krista, how do I do this SBA, or how do I do this estate or this trust, or whatever question there is, because you're going to have a lot growing the tax and bookkeeping business. I'm here to support you. Not only that, you have our private Facebook community where you can post in the community and get support every single day. You can post your wins, right? Inspire people. Let people know you just got your first client. Let people know you just booked your second, CFO client, or you just booked your first tax resolution client and they paid you $5,000. And you're going to get inspired because you're going to see people posting that like, hey guys, I just locked in a $1,500 per month bookkeeping client, right? And if you do the math on that, guys, $1,500, that's $18,000 a year that they just added to their revenue. So this is a wonderful community to be in. It's a perfect program for you if you just want the ABC 1, 2, 3, and you want to get there. You want to be able to consume information, take action, and get support and get the accountability. Because please believe, when you show up on my coaching call, if you didn't do any work, it's like, why? Why? Why aren't you doing the work? Why aren't you talking to people? Why aren't you actively doing your marketing? Why aren't you at least making 5 grand per month right now? Because once you have the tools, now it's up to you to actually take action and do the work. Now it's up to you to actually believe in yourself enough and be confident in yourself enough to do the work and know that you're always supported. Because some people are like, well, Krista, what if I actually get the client? That's what we want. We want you to get the client. But the beautiful part about being in a program like this is that anytime you're unsure or you're unclear or you're lacking confidence, you can always post in our group. You can always hop on a coaching call. And that is what makes this program so valuable. Not just the training material, but the fact that you get support and you get accountability. Okay. Now, the second thing that we are still enrolling our people in is our 2020 Millionaire Mastermind. So this is for the tax professionals, the bookkeepers, the EAs, the CPAs, and anybody that's interested in scaling past $500,000 to $1 million in revenue. This program is for you because here's what happens. Once you make about $250,000 with taxes and bookkeeping, you're going to find that you only can help and serve so many people, right? You're going to find that you only can do so many bookkeeping clients yourself, and you can hire, but you have capacity, you have limitations. The Millionaire Mastermind is for people that are interested in coaching, they're interested in consulting, and they want to teach people how to do their own work. They want to take exactly what I've been able to do, right? Because I started off doing all the taxes myself, doing all the bookkeeping, all the tax resolution myself, and I grew a 6-figure business. Then I transitioned into coaching other people, consulting other people, and doing that on a massive scale that now we're consistently making over $75,000 per month. So this is for you if you're like, Krista, I'm tired of doing this work. I really want to grow a sustainable long-term business. I want to take myself out of the business where I'm not the person doing the taxes. I'm not the person doing the bookkeeping, the accounting. I'm just overseeing, and I'm really stepping into true CEO ship. The Millionaire Mastermind is for you. So here's how you can go about this. I'm going to type in a chat how you can access tax and accounting clients on demand. And then if you're interested in scaling to $1 million, this is serious stuff right here, this Millionaire Mastermind. This is for people that are like, Krista, I want to be like you. I want to do what you do, right? I want to make $75,000 per month. I'm already at 5 or 10 per month. Now I want to scale past 50. If that's you, the Millionaire Mastermind is for you. And I want you to email me and let me know you're interested, and I'll give you more information. The email is hello@kristatias.com. Okay. So before we get into a live Q&A, really quick, I want to go to my Instagram page because I want you guys to see that this is some serious stuff. So if you go to my Instagram page, you can click on this client results. Anytime a client has success with my programs, I try to screenshot it and actually include it in on my Instagram stories. So you guys can see for yourself all the people that are getting clients, right? This person had got a bookkeeping client for $350 per month. This client says, she's like, I really want to thank you, Krista, for helping through this process. This person had strategy sessions booked out. I mean, guys, these go on and on and on and on. It's so many results. This person said, hey guys, I picked up a $500 monthly bookkeeping client. This one says, just booked 2 businesses for bookkeeping and taxes, right? This person made $10,000 their first month, right? Got a 5,000 cleanup, right? So you guys can go through this and actually see real client results. This is not Fraggle Knackle over here, guys. I'm really helping people make money and bring in the type of income that they want. This is now we're getting to more recent testimonials, right? This is 2 weeks ago, and this is going to continue to be more recent, right? This person's like, thank you so much, Krista. This person's like, I booked my first strategy session from social media. So how powerful is that, guys? To use social media to get people on the phone and actually get paid clients. Like nowhere else will you learn these types of strategies. This person booked 2 paid clients for SBA loans, right? This person got their first bookkeeping client after joining. This person had 26 appointments booked, right? Like this is crazy, guys. This person posted their receipts, hashtag receipts, right? Like they're making money during the pandemic. These people are making money, $8.99, $4 at 100. Right. So you guys can go directly on. This person said having a breakthrough month, $8,000 in revenue just from tax resolution. That was 1 week ago, right? They're still doing tax resolution. 28 appointments this week. So you can go through these on my Instagram page and see a lot of the people that work with me that actually go through the program and do the work, they get results. They get results. This person made $2,100 in 1 week. In 1 week. And this is after tax season. That wasn't even including taxes, right? So you can go through these and see $2,500. They just booked a client for $2,500, right? This person had 10 SBA applications, 6 tax returns, and 5 bookkeeping clients in 1 month. Like that's crazy, right? So you guys can go on my Instagram, look at the client results. Now we're adding client results on my YouTube page. You can go to that, right? And here's tax and accounting clients on demand 3.0. This is what the program looks once you actually get on the inside of it, right? So you got your millionaire journey. I'll walk you through step by step how to scale past $250, how to niche down, how to do your social media branding, how to price your services, more advanced pricing, right? So if you want to know how to price a trust or an estate, how to craft your marketing message, how to set out your virtual firm and your onboarding, strategy session. So this is the main thing, because social media, guys, I say this all the time, is just a tool to get people on the phone. Once you actually get them on the phone, then you got to walk through a proven process. So I give you all of my scripts in here. I give you mistakes to avoid, how to handle objections, how to make money fast, right? So as soon as you get into this program, you're going to know how to get your first 50 plus tax and bookkeeping clients, how to increase your revenue, how to increase existing client fees, how to generate leads, right? And then we go through the hunting, how to get clients on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Google, how to get tax resolution clients, right? How to get clients that make over $1 million, okay? Then we go to our farming strategy, how to use social media content to get paid clients. I teach you my YouTube strategy. You guys are on YouTube right now that are watching this, right? How to get clients with YouTube, how to shoot your first video, how to post on social media that actually converts to a paid client. And then I always get this objection. People always ask me, they're like, Krista, you expect me to do all this marketing, talk to all these people on the phone, then I got to do the work after I get the client. And I got to have a family and have some peace of mind. And if they're still working their 9 to 5, they still have to do that. And they're like, whoa, how can I do everything all at once? And what I tell them is time management and mindset. So I created an entire module just on time management and mindset. I tell you exactly step by step how I hit all of my goals, how I block out my calendar, how I set my appointments, how I systematically crafted the life that I want to live. I created my life. Everything that I have right now is because I've written it down a year ago, 2 years ago. I was very clear on the type of lifestyle that I wanted to live. Right. And then last but not least is hiring and outsourcing. Now, the mastermind, that's on a whole nother level, guys. Like I said, the mastermind is going to teach you how to sell your intellectual property, how to be a coach and consultant that's actually going to give you scale, meaning that you're going to be able to help more clients, but also work less, right? And this is what I use to get this house. This is my $1 million house off the lake. I rented this house. We're talking about purchasing it. We might not, we might find something else, but I rented this house and this is my dream home, right? 6 bedrooms, 7 baths. The down payment just to rent was crazy. Okay. The monthly rent is crazy. Okay. But this is what I wanted. This is what I worked for. And this house I got by coaching and consulting, by actually scaling my services. I went from one-on-one, helping people one by one, to actually helping many people at once. And this is what the Millionaire Mastermind is going to teach you. And I'm going to personally work with you to show you exactly how to do what I do, to show you how to coach and consult, how to be in a position to where you're helping hundreds of people per month, right? You're not just helping 2 or 3, you're helping hundreds of people per month. This program is for you if you're ready to do that. So email me, hello@kristatayas.com. Okay, email me there. So let's get into some live Q&A because I want to make sure that I answer all of your questions. I want to go back in the chat because I'm pretty sure that the chat has been popping off tonight. So let's see what you guys have been saying. Let's see where, just let me know, like, where are you at, guys? What questions do you have? I'm here for you. Okay, I am definitely here for you. So let's see. Yes. So you guys are saying yes, it definitely resonates. I think mentorship is so important. Beautiful. Someone asked, how much do you charge for tax return? So I charge based upon the complexity. So I charge per form. Okay. You guys are like, absolutely, all the time. Can I make millions of dollars owning a CPA tax business? You can make millions of dollars owning a CPA tax business if you incorporate consulting and coaching, right? So you have to have 2 components of your tax and bookkeeping or your accounting business. The first is the done for you service, right? Where you're doing the taxes, you're doing the tax plan, you're doing the tax resolution, you're doing the bookkeeping, right? The CFO services. You can grow that part to multi 6 figures. You could even grow to 1 million, but you're going to need staff. You're going to need help, right? You're going to need bookkeepers, tax professionals on staff to help you do the client work. Now, how you really scale is after you build out your staff here, then you actually want to start coaching and consulting. And that's how you're going to effectively scale to millions of dollars, because now you go from being able to help maybe 10, 20, 30 people per month with the staff of maybe 5 to now being able to help hundreds of people just with yourself, right? Just leveraging software, automation, and tools. So yes, it's completely possible, but you have to have those 2 pillars in order to bring in a few $1 million. Yes, you guys are on it. Someone says, I work at a hospital and things are not looking too good. My level of stress is outrageous. I need motivation to change my mindset. Oh, yeah. Like, I commend you. Thank you so much for everything that you've been doing. If you work in a hospital, I appreciate you. Everyone appreciates you. You guys that are putting yourselves, in exposure to the virus are heroes, right? And, you're honored. And I'm grateful for people like you. Yes. Hey, Joshua. So Cassandra's like, so you saying I could lose 20 pounds? What's auto pay, right? Yes. Yes. So I am recording this and you'll be able to watch it after I am done. So Amanda says, yes, the tax and accounting clients on demand training is lit. Thank you, Amanda. Um, Someone was like, girl, I just joined your program yesterday. I'm already like on. It's hard. Well, welcome to the team. I can't wait to talk to you if you just joined. Someone says, does your program help someone who is brand spanking new to this field, but eager to learn and make money? Yes. So tax and accounting clients on demand, that program is definitely for you, for sure. Someone says, I'm a current accounting student at Wayne State. Hey, I know I want to do bookkeeping long term. Would it be beneficial to invest in your program now as a beginner or should I wait? So I always tell people if you're ready to start getting clients, invest. If you're ready to start talking to people and actually doing the service, bookkeeping, accounting, taxes, you're ready to start. And yes, it's for beginners for sure. Someone says, what should I be doing now to prepare myself for 2021 tax season? Well, I would start marketing, right? So if you already don't have like your systems, your basics in place, such as your software, EFIN, P10, you want to start getting that stuff done now. You also want to start learning taxes if you're new to it, right? So if you're just getting into the business, you actually want to start learning taxes, learning bookkeeping, but honestly, why wait to 2021? Like this year just started. So why wait next year? Start doing it now. If you start your tax business now, you can start getting clients as soon as you have your basic necessities, which is your software, your EFIN, your P10, right? So there's no reason to hold off until next year, guys. I say do it now. There's no time like the present. Don't wait, stop saying next year, stop saying next time, right? Or next month or next week. Do it now. I'm telling you. Someone says, I want to make at least 70K. Oh, yeah. 70K, you definitely can crush that. Shantanique says she's loved tax and accounting clients on demand. Thank you, Shantanique. Hey, guys. So if you guys don't have any questions like this, I love, love, love these little mini trainings like this. I hope you got a lot of value from it. And if you have any questions outside of today, continue to post them in the chat below this video and I'll come back and check it. I'm just going to type in the chat right now the link to join Tax and Accounting Clients on Demand. So it's bit.ly/taxes bookkeeping. Okay. And I'm also going to give you information on how to get more information about the mastermind. So this is, like I said, if you want to actually be like me and do coaching, consulting on a large scale, like I do, like hundreds of clients per month, you want to make, 50, 60, 70 plus $1,000 per month. The Millionaire Mastermind is for you. It's not a cheap investment, right? So this is only for you if you're ready to level all the way up, because the outcome of the program is to help you build $1 million business, right? And so we want to make sure that we work with people that are serious, that, they don't have time to waste. Like they're trying to become a millionaire. They know in their hearts that becoming a millionaire is for them. Okay. So the mastermind, I'm going to say email here for more details, and I'll put my email right there. How long does it take to learn as a beginner? So yeah, on taxes, bookkeeping, you can learn that in a few short weeks, right? As long as you know the basics, you're ready to get clients. And then once you actually start getting clients, that's where the real world knowledge is going to come from, right? That's where actually, when you get in there, you see the nuances. That's where you're actually going to get more confidence and you're going to get that real world experience. Someone says, is the EA crash course still a part of the 3.0? Not right now, Shayna, because we are revamping the EA for the new tax year. So that's not available right now, the EA program. Solomon says he took my bookkeeping course. It's really great. Thank you, Solomon. Now you need to hop on in tax and accounting clients on demand so I can help you get some bookkeeping clients, because that program is going to teach you how to get bookkeeping clients, how to get tax clients, tax planning, tax resolution, all those clients that you need. Cassandra says, thank you, Krista. This was so motivational. I needed this. You're welcome, Cassandra. I think you're in the program too, Cassandra, right? I think your name looks familiar. Yeah. All right, guys. Keisha says, I'm ready to join. Come on over, Keisha. Come on over. I actually see that a few of you have already signed up. So let's see who has signed up so far. It's a few of you. Oh, awesome. Oh, awesome. Hey, guys. You guys are in the house. Had a few people sign up earlier, too. Samira signed up. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome, guys. All right. So, oh, Shayna. Yeah, I think I just seen your name, too. Yep, Shayna. I just seen your name. Welcome to the program, guys. So Solomon says, I'm trying to get more confident with the bookkeeping first, then add the tax part. Okay. Well, while you're getting confident with bookkeeping, yeah, still come on, let's join the program so I can teach you how to get those clients. Because that's what's really going to make you confident, is getting those clients for sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cassandra says, yes, I am. Beautiful. So yeah. So once you guys sign up, be sure that you check your email for your access details. Then when you get in a program, you also get a new member call with me. I meet with all of my new members every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I can get to know you personally. I can talk to you, see where you're coming from, see how long you've been in business, and really just understand what your goals are for the remainder of 2020 and really help you. So that's what's going to happen after you sign up. You're going to be immediately access to the Facebook community, and you're going to have immediate access to our coaching calls. Chris says it's so addictive going through the modules. I have been up till 4 a.m. the last 2 days. Yes. Chris, I'm telling you, like, I know the feeling, because I've been there when I took my training program. I've been there. But make sure you also implement, because I know it is addictive, like learning the stuff, but just make sure you also take action too, because you're going to get addicted to getting clients and making money. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is addictive. I can just do this and hop on the phone with somebody and get paid, or I can do this and get paid for services. Like, that's going to become even more addictive. So Keisha says, what if I'm already in your tax preparation, mastery, bookkeeping, crash course? What else do I need to do? Keisha, you need to enroll in tax and accounting clients on demand. That is the main program. And what I'll do for you, Keisha, because you do have all those programs, I normally don't do this, but if you do join by the end of this week, I'll refund you those 3 programs when you join the tax and accounting clients on demand program, because they're included. All those programs are included. But tax and accounting clients on demand is the marketing program that comes with coaching calls, that comes with our active Facebook community. It's like dozens of people that constantly post in there per day with their results, their questions. So it's really active. And the program is robust. Like, the program is a lot of information, but it's information that you need. Nothing in that program is fluff. I don't do fluff. Everything that's in that program is step-by-step on how to make money, how to get clients, right? So if you do sign up by the end of this week, shoot me an email and I'll refund you those 3 programs. Shaquita says, what are some marketing techniques for CFO services for cannabis clients? Yeah, Shaquita. So this is what I teach too. is how to find your people online. So obviously you need to know who they are. So cannabis companies, we find them on LinkedIn. You can find them on Facebook. You can even find cannabis companies on Instagram, right? Once you find them, I help you craft your marketing message that is actually going to get them on a strategy session, right? So I give you the exact message and wording that you need to deploy in order to get these people on the phone. Once you get them on the phone, I give you the exact scripts to use that's actually going to walk them through wanting to be your client. And when they become your client, I show you how to price your services so you can make sure that you're making money, that you're not leaving money on the table. So that's the systematic way that you want to do it. You want to attract your people using social media, finding your cannabis companies on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Google, as well as Facebook. And then you want to have strategy sessions with them, walk through a proven process over the phone, and then onboard them as a client. Right. So yeah, and this is all virtual from the comforts of your home. So, you can be literally doing your marketing, booking out appointments with cannabis companies from all over the country in your robe, right? With some ice cream sitting next to you. You don't have to go out and network and meet people. Now, eventually, when this quarantine lifts and the pandemic is over and it's actually safe to be near people again, I still like networking events, but that is not our main strategy. Our main strategy is strictly just social media and getting those people on the phone and then closing them as a client. Yep. All right, guys. So I don't see any other questions, but if you have any other questions when this video ends, like I said, just drop them below. But if you want more information about the program, I'm about to put it back in here again, taxes, bookkeeping. And then for the mastermind, just shoot me an email at hello@christatayas.com for more details. And again, this is a 5-figure investment if you want to work with me so I can teach you exactly how to grow your business over $50,000 plus per month. All right, guys, I love you. It's been great. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.